In Culture this week, we explore what it's like to be an indie author. Local author Lee Dignam took the plunge a few years ago, writing his first urban fantasy novel, assisted by his wife Stephanie. The success and feedback from this series inspired him to take on writing full-time, quitting his former job of 11 years. Adapting to a new lifestyle and routine has been key.
We make a really good team because I was never really brought up with a lot of reading at home. It was mainly TV. But Steph read her entire life. So we both, between the two of us, she's got the taste, I've got the talent. That's kind of the sort of joke. So really that's how I kind of got into it. I realized that I could put my thoughts down creatively, and then Steph sort of started reading them and going, oh, look, this is actually quite good. And so that's kind of how we both figured out how we could work the process together.
Their choice of genre is an area that's extremely popular and versatile. But how do they make their book stand out?
Really, you need to have a professional cover art, something that really pops. You need to have a book concept that's good and fresh and that people are going to really like. You need to also write a good book, ultimately, because nowadays that's what's going to stand the test of time. It's whether the book is good or not.
Any husband and wife team is sure to have its challenges. But Lee and Stephanie have a formula that works.
I think we work really well together, actually. I know, we're setting ourselves up for a lot of friction and arguments and so on, and they do happen, and we're not going to lie about that. Yeah. But we're able to work through them, and sometimes they bring new ideas, and I just think that I couldn't think of a better person that I could work with, other than my husband.
Their latest release reached the top 500 in the Kindle Amazon American store, up against millions of authors. But how do they ensure the books continue to be relevant?
You could be successful publishing a book every 2 or 3 months or so if they do well enough. But as we learnt with our old series, we went a couple of months without publishing a book, and after that we noticed that obviously your rank starts to slip, other new books start replacing you and such. So putting a book out every single month is what the hard-hitting, the big indies are doing, the ones that are incredibly successful in this space. So I think that's, if we want to keep being full-time authors, that's really what we have to do.
And what would your advice be to those starting up and perhaps having future plans to take writing that step further?
Just quite simply, it's possible. You can do it. You don't need to query 50 million agents, get 50 million responses and rejections and such. You can, the gatekeepers are gone. The gatekeepers are the readers now. So if you have a good book in you and you put the time, the dedication, and obviously the money behind it, because these things aren't cheap to produce, you can do it. It's really not that of a crazy, difficult task. We started with nothing. We didn't have anything. We didn't have money to put into our books or anything like that. But as time went on and we started sort of learning what to do, we got better, and now we're able to put out very professional books.
Working towards the deadline of a book a month, the next book in the Blood and Magick series by Caterina Martinez, their pen name, is expected to be released on the 7th of February.